Join me, 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty, on my podcast, My Life of Crime, as I take on true crime investigations like no other. This season, I'm looking into the labyrinth of crime and secrets within families. I'm cutting straight to the evidence and talking to the people directly involved, including investigators and the families of victims. Listen to My Life of Crime with Erin Moriarty wherever you get your podcasts.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on people making Windham Rotunda, aka Bray Wyatt, aka The Fiend, wrestling names and stuff. For those that, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I will explain it. But yeah, for those that do know what I'm talking about, can you guys please stop causing this man to trend every single pay-per-view just because he makes, my thing is this, just because he makes some tweets a day before the pay-per-view, you think that a lesson will be learned here? Because he did this same thing at WrestleMania weekend, because WrestleMania took place in Texas. He was talking about how he was going to be in Dallas, and look how that turned out. Not one single Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, Windham Rotunda, we ain't seen none of that. So I don't know why people feel like you guys need to keep causing this man to trend every pay-per-view. And it's like, bruh, if you see him on TV, that's when he needs to trend. That's when you guys need to talk about him. But it is so annoying. So here's the thing, because, alright, so for those that don't know exactly what I'm talking about, like for those that don't know, have no clue, like on what wrestling and what's going on right now. So in 2020 and 2021 and a little bit of this year too, WWE was going crazy with firing wrestlers. I mean, they went crazy with it. A wrestler at the time, he went by the name Bray Wyatt. And then on his final ride with WWE, he was going by Bray Wyatt and The Fiend. So he had this whole persona going on. It was honestly one of the dopest and most scariest and creepiest personas that I've seen in recent wrestling times, but it was entertaining. I liked it. Alright, Bray Wyatt, I had to say he was one of those wrestlers where it's it doesn't matter what rivalry he gets into, it doesn't matter what he's overall doing on TV, you know it's gonna be good and you know it's gonna sell. You know it's gonna sell. So anyways, he ended up getting released too, with all the other wrestlers getting released. And he was somebody where it's fam, even I was throwing in recommendations because he has a brother that also wrestles. And I'm like, fam, if both of those guys had a little tag team run going on, because tag team wrestling, I feel like is the wave right now. I feel like you need to have some sort, look at Randy Orton. This dude teamed up with Riddle, and that was a tag team I never would have thought would have happened. I had thought Randy Orton would have teamed up with somebody else, but Riddle, and then look how it turned out. You got a whole thing going on with Riddle and Randy Orton, and I'm it's honestly one of the dopest things. And it was with Bray Wyatt and his brother. And for those that don't know who his brother is, but you watch wrestling, his brother is Bo Dallas. I'm pretty sure, remember the guy that would be going around, he was all you gotta do is Bo leave? That guy, that's Bray Wyatt's brother. So I, for the longest, had always wanted to see the best for Bray Wyatt, but he ended up getting released from WWE. So there was a lot of things that was going on, I guess, behind the scenes with Bray Wyatt and WWE. And it's really up in the air right now if he'll come back to WWE. But I've seen so many different things where people are saying, oh, the best place for him to go to is Impact. I don't know. If he does go to Impact Wrestling, that is his choice, and that is his choice only. And if you ask me, where's the best place for Bray Wyatt? WWE. Because WWE, he is being put on this platform. You know it's going to sell. And with this up and coming summer, I feel like WWE, if they really want to have a good summer with wrestling, you got to bring back Bray Wyatt. You have to bring him back, all right? And if you guys don't, even if it's at SummerSlam, even if it's halfway through the summer, that's fine. But you have to bring him back. Because if not, it's like, fam, what are you guys doing? I'm serious. Like, what is going on in WWE where you got these top tier wrestlers and you're not doing nothing with them? You're not even trying to, like, get involved with other wrestling companies. Like, for the first time I've ever seen in wrestling, where they kind of had like this, they call it the forbidden door, where it's like wrestlers come from different companies. I'm saying, fam, if you guys got to do that, if you're not going to bring Bray Wyatt back, at least do that. Because that's what will get the, some wrestling things talking if you guys do some stuff like that. But if not, that's literally WWE's two choices on how they can successfully kill this summer with wrestling. You bring back Bray Wyatt or you do this forbidden door stuff. Your only two choices. But if you try to have some things going on with NXT or SmackDown or Raw, and you ain't even got the top, you got where Cody Rhodes, he might be out for a while because he had this like crazy gnarly injury. His like whole shoulder was bruised. I guess he like ripped the muscle right off his bone. So there was that. He still wrestled. You got where Roman Reigns might be taking this summer off, and he didn't even appear in this last pay-per-view. So I'm saying, it's like, fam, what are you guys gonna do? Because like I say, you have either two choices. I probably am gonna make a video about it to let WWE know this is how you can possibly save your summer. You either do some Forbidden Door stuff or you bring back Bray Wyatt. But if you're not gonna do those two things, this summer is going to suck for WWE. I mean, suck. Like, it is going to be horrible. But anyways, back on this Bray Wyatt stuff. So, let me turn my fan on real quick, because I feel like, the more I get agitated, the more I get riled up, and, and talking with this podcast, the more, like, hotter I get and stuff. So, maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, Bray Wyatt, gone. WWE, they, they're doing good, but it's like, my thing is this, they're not at their best. They're doing good, don't get me wrong, but they're not at their best. It's like, you got it where like some, like top named wrestlers, where it's like a lot of wrestlers that was really making a name, and it's like these up and coming wrestlers, they haven't really made a name for themselves. So it's kind of a lot of newbies right now going on with WWE. But I mean, it's still entertaining what they got going on, but it's not like they're the John Cenas or the Triple H's or the Batistas or the Shawn Michaels, but they have wrestlers that can do what they're doing. So they have like some veterans there, but I honestly think those veteran wrestlers are there just to kind of like teach the ropes of new wrestlers. So Bray Wyatt, on the other hand, he's I would have to say a newer generation wrestler, but I'm just saying, like, his wrestling matches was always good. Like, it was always going to be a good show. So, but he, like I said, man's gone, all right? So anyways, moving on, because I keep, like, going back and forth. So, throughout his time of him being gone, and I think one of the main reasons why he was gone, because, he did take a break. So he was on break. I remember now, it's like coming back to me. So he was on break because another wrestler, he passed away. I think his name was like John, but no, dang, what was his name? Hold on, let me search it up, because I'm about to say something and I'm like, that's not. Oh, that was his name, Brody Lee, but he was going by what was he going by in AEW? He was going by a different name in AEW. Was it Brody Lee? Oh, it was Brody Lee. No, he was going by Brody Lee in AEW. Okay, so, yeah. And he was going by Luke Harper. Okay, so he was, alright. So there's this wrestler, named Brody Lee. Yeah, alright, because it shows on Wikipedia. So there's this wrestler named Brody Lee. Brody Lee had passed away. Him and, Bray Wyatt, they were really close friends. They had, like, a whole tag team thing going on. But he left WWE. So he had left WWE, I think, before the pandemic, because during the pandemic, like, wrestlers was leaving like crazy. But he did show up at AEW during the pandemic. So yeah, AEW, they are making a rise. They are going crazy and stuff. And I honestly think that if he was still alive, and I think if he was looking for somebody to go up against, like, with wrestling, I honestly think that Bray Wyatt would have went to AEW, and they probably would have blew the roof off of, like, AEW with their rivalry. I think it would have been a solid rivalry too, where it's like you got this like creepy, monstrous guy, Bray Wyatt, going up against this businessman, but he has a monstrous side to him too. Brody Lee. And I honestly think it would have been a really good rivalry, even if they decide to be a tag team, whichever they would have wanted to do. But regardless, but anyways, he passed away. So Bray Wyatt had took a break. And I'm saying, like, you know, if you just lost a close friend, like a best friend, you're going to take a break. Especially if it's somebody that you consider family, you're going to take a break. You're not going to be in your right mind. And it's like, you're going to probably have some moments where you're just breaking down. And I'm pretty sure, you know, he wouldn't have wanted that to happen, like, while wrestling and all that stuff. So anyways, so he's taking a break. WWE, they're getting rid of all these wrestlers because of budget cuts and stuff. And then eventually, his name came up. He got released. So at this point, like, we don't know what's going on with Bray Wyatt. So time goes by, and then he came back, you know, to social media, and he started making all these cryptic tweets and stuff. Like, none of them was making any sense. They still, to this day, don't make any sense to me, because I'm like, fam, just say that you're coming back tonight or not. But it's like, if you're not, then it's like, bro, this is why people get all riled up, because you make some tweet before a pay-per-view, and then people are just losing it. And they're all like, oh my god, Bray Wyatt's gonna come back tonight. And then on Tide, like, no, Bray Wyatt, he's seriously playing games with people, because, no, so he's, all throughout, like, you know, his time being gone from WWE, he's making all the, he was gone, or he was, like, gone from social media and all that stuff, but then he came back. And I remember, I think, when I started paying attention to it, when people was causing his name to trend and all that stuff, it was like the moments leading up to what am I saying? I was about to say Social Mania, but anyway, it's like a WrestleMania, but in social media world or something. That's not what I was trying to say. WrestleMania. But anyways, so before WrestleMania, his name was trending because everybody was thinking he's going to come back to WrestleMania. Even I was thinking he's going to come back to WrestleMania. So there was this other wrestler named Seth Rollins where he needed an opponent for his match and stuff. Nobody knew who it was going to be. We were all like guessing. People were saying it was going to be Cody Rhodes. There's people saying it's going to be Bray Wyatt. I'm pretty sure there were some other names that was going to pop up. I was thinking it was going to be Bray Wyatt. The lights. So anyways, it gets to the match. The lights shut down. I'm like, fam, it is Bray Wyatt. All of a sudden, Cody Rhodes, his voice appears, and I'm like, okay, it's cool that it's Cody Rhodes, but I'm like, fam, I was expecting Bray Wyatt. It's no beef or no problems with Cody Rhodes, but I'm like, fam, I was expecting Bray Wyatt, alright? So anyways, Cody Rhodes, yes, of course, he comes back. He's killing it in WWE right now with this rivalry with Seth Rollins. But anyway, so fast forward, alright, all the way now to today's pay-per-view, Hell in a Cell. So that happened today. And right before the pay-per-view started, like, there was a bunch of, like, you know, rumors and media outlets and all these different people saying that Cody Rhodes was injured. But wait, alright, wait a minute, I jumped the gun. Before all that stuff started happening and all the, you know, that news had got out about Cody Rhodes being injured, Bray Wyatt, he made some cryptic tweets talking about he's ready to come back. So, with this up-and-coming pay-per-view, people were thinking he's going to come back. He's going to attack somebody. He's going to, you know, make his mark in territory again in WWE. This whole pay-per-view passes by, right? This whole pay-per-view passes by. It gets all the way down to Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is injured. I'm literally waiting for any given moment for the lights to shut down, for Bray Wyatt to come up out the ring, for him to just do something. I am sitting here and I am waiting. Nothing happens. It gets all the way to the end of the match. Cody Rhodes ends up winning, and I'm like, all right, where's Bray Wyatt? Where is he? What's going to happen now? And then it ends. The pay-per-view ends. Hell in a Cell is now officially over. So I'm at this point irritated because I'm like, people, just because he makes some... My thing is this. If you see him on TV, that's when you get his name trending. That's when you get to talking about him. But if this man is not on TV, stop making up these rumors. Stop blowing this out of proportion, blowing this up, making it seem like, oh, he's coming back, he's coming. Unless you see this man on TV. Because I'm saying, you don't see any of these other wrestlers when they're making tweets. You got it where Montez Ford, he tweets God is good every single day. How come he don't go viral over that? You got it where Undertaker, he makes he's making tweets. Did he make some TikToks too? How come he didn't go viral over that? All these other different wrestlers making tweets, but Bray Wyatt, and I understand he's been gone for some time, but here's the thing: it's not like all right. So he is one of the biggest wrestlers of our time, right? He is, okay. Do not get me wrong on that. But how you guys are blowing him up, you're making it seem like he is the Justin Bieber of wrestling. He don't need to be blown up this much, okay? Unless he is on TV doing some things, starting some rivalries. I'm saying if at any given point in time this week, Monday Night Raw, well, most likely it's going to be Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. If he gets into it, okay, with any wrestlers, fam, that, or if they come out with some teaser, whatever it is, okay, that's when we get to talking about him. That's when his name starts trending. But if not, people, stop causing this man to trend just because he... And the thing is like... And then this is what I'll have to say to Bray Wyatt. Bro, stop tweeting or posting cryptic messages right before a pay-per-view. Post that stuff like in the middle of the week where there's no pay-per-views and just post like, hey, I'm happy right now. Just something. Okay, but like you do this, you'll do it like 48 hours before a pay-per-view was starting. You got all these people going crazy. You got it where I'm even thinking, oh, bro, about to come back tonight. Then nothing happens. And it's like, fam, why do you get people gassed up like that? I'm saying it's stuff like that. I don't get that. I don't understand that. So it's like, it confuses me. And I'm like, bro, you ain't got to do things like that. Either you come back or you don't. Okay, but it's like all these cryptic messages and stuff. I'm saying probably because I know like this will get posted sometime soon on my podcast and Spotify and all that stuff. And by the time this gets posted, because I know it's going to be a while before I post this on YouTube. If bro has not came back by the time I post this on YouTube and his name still trends and his name, I recorded this on the 5th of June, 2022. All right. Now, I don't know when this episode will exactly come out. If he has not appeared on TV since the recording of this episode, because I know, like, so I know, like, I'm gonna, like, post this, like, it's gonna be posted maybe a few days, on Spotify or whatever and stuff, so it's gonna, like, maybe be a few days when this gets posted on there. But YouTube, I'm talking YouTube, it might be at the end of the year, sometime next year when this episode comes out, but if he has not returned, like Bray Wyatt, stop making tweets. Make tweets if you're coming back, or if you are officially coming back, or going to any other wrestling company or show, whatever. All right, that's when you need to start the talking. But if not, it's like, bro, you getting all these people riled up, you getting all these people hyped. They going there thinking, oh, bro, Bray Wyatt about to come back. He about to be his, himself, Windham Rotunda, and it's like it's nothing, bro. It's like that's a massive letdown. That is a massive, massive letdown. So I'm saying it's like either you come back or you don't. But it's like all this like extra stuff. It's like, fam, what is the reason? So I'm saying it's like, man, that needs to stop. But anyways, yeah. And that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. Viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And then that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.